think that finally that with Israel, Russian state, Putin personally has nothing against Israel, or against Jews. So normally in our society we have no hostility toward Jews or toward Israel. And more than that, we have many Russian Jews that are living there. So there is a kind of sympathy for Israel and for Jews in Russia in general. So being anti-West, anti-NATO, we are not against Israel by the principle, but when there is a kind of anti-human behavior against Palestinian, against the minority, against the other ethnic groups inside of Israel, I think that we are not tolerant for that. We are very critical for that. But normally there is no hostility between Russia and Israel, and leading the fight against postmodernist so-called jihadists in Syria, we don't think that Israel is implicated. Israel is is outside of this situation. But I think that at the same time we support Hezbollah movement, that is Shia Arab tradition, that defend their right to exist. They struggle with our enemies, and so I don't think that now we question or put under question Hezbollah. When we are polite with Israelis, that doesn't mean that we are willing, we are going to betray Hezbollah. We could not be on one side. We have very good relations with Israel, and we don't want to make these relations worse. But at the same time, with Hezbollah, now we are strategical allies. It's very important. So, but to be strategical allies for such great power as Russia is, actually, could not mean that we could be manipulated by Israel against our friends or our allies, or by our friends or allies against Israel. So that is very important. For example, we have very close partnership with Armenians in Nagorno-Karabakh, but that doesn't mean we Russians are against Azerbaijan. We are friends with Azerbaijan, being militarily involved on the side of Armenia. With great power, little powers could not, or lesser powers could not manipulate great power. So that is maybe at the same time the same strategy as US, but we have completely different goals. For example, if we support two country or two movement, always by geopolitical reasons, we are supporting the different poles in the same. For example, we are supporting one tendency in Israel, Americans completely other. We are supporting one tendency in Islam, Americans or NATO supports completely different. So that I think after making analysis of the world situation, of the international relation, I have come to the conclusion that geopolitics is much more important than international relations between such countries. So it is much deeper level of understanding. We have good relations with Israel. United States have good relations with Israel, but there are two Israels at least. There is geopolitical Atlanticist, sea power Israel, represented by Israeli oligarchy, Israeli racism, and pro-American, pro-Western core of Israeli society. But there is Israeli traditionalists. They are different.